Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to Danny's Toy Box. I know it's been a while since I've been on, other than the occasional short post. Just had a lot going on lately, been pretty busy. When I have had time to post videos, I've basically been too tired. You guys are going to be seeing, there she is. Hope was sitting on my lap when I started the video, and she's actually headed over towards Mama Chitara. Yeah, here, I'll give you a little view. Whoop. There's Mama Chitara. But anyhow, I started this video with Deadpool to show this drink that my wife got for me when her last batch of ordering stuff from Temu. She thought these were going to come with two apiece at least, and it only came with the one. Oh, you know what? Forgot to do. There we go. It's my work light. Set a little light on the subject. And I wanted to show it to you guys, but I figured I'd show it in action, so to speak. So I thought I'd put it with Captain Deadpool here. And there's another little something I can show you here. His sword, both the blade and the handle. The blade's gotten the chrome treatment, and the handle has gotten the gold treatment. Put him aside for now. I have to remember to put him back up where he was before I go to bed, otherwise the kitties will chew on the sword. But one of the main things that I wanted to do this video last week, but like I said, I've just been too wiped out, too tired, is these guys here. I'll get a little closer in on them. Now these I got off of eBay from Plastic Galaxies is the name of the site on eBay. I've gotten stuff from them before, and I've always been pleased with their product. And this is, make sure I got them all here real quick. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I do have them all here. It was a set of 21, and I think it cost me about 15, 16 bucks. And what these things are, I'll go with the unpainted ones first. They're keypads, keyboards type of thing, for not only for tabletop, but like I'll show it in a minute, they can be used as keypads for opening doors. And I see some of these come with doubles like this here. And you got this one here. It's like it's got a speaker grill in it. And this guy here. Now the next one is similar, but not quite. Same. Dropped it on the floor. Same size and shape, just different buttons. And you got a lever. This one here. Some of these are pretty thick too. Different thickness for some of them. You got this guy here. You got two like this. Dropped it again. Gravity is not my friend today. And the second one like that. A little disc one, 3 buttons on it. This one is actually similar to some of the ones that I have already painted, which I'll show you in just a moment after you do a run through of the rest of them. So another one looks like it's got a speaker grill on the bottom of it. This one's really cool. I like this one. Alright, now as for the painted ones I have, this one I just put a little bit of chrome, and you go with a sideways view. they stick up quite far. I'm thinking of containers going in this, like, just putting it in there. I've got a couple of small radiation containers from my 3 3/4 GI Joes that don't quite fit in there, but with a little bit of putty they would stay. Okay, now we got these guys here, and we'll have Mr. Hand help us out. Now these three are all the same. Here's one unpainted. There we go. Sorry, my hands are a little grubby. I was working on stuff when we got home. Yeah, we actually, I'll tell that story in a sec. One with a green button. One with a red button. Yeah, my wife and I went out today and babysat my grandson for a couple of hours. And when his mom and dad got back, we all went out to dinner. For anybody who lives in the Milwaukee area, if you know Ballesteries, you know what good food they have. All right. Well, I've got my, we'll start with the red. Why don't we start with the red? It's a little gob of putty to go on the back of it like so. And I'll use my door that I got from Reliving the Past again. And press it in. There you go. You got a keypad on your door. And that one's saying locked. So you can just take that one off and pop it on, and access granted. So that's what I got going on for these three. I only have the one door, but that's okay because I've got one for open and one for close. It'll be great for video or photo, or just look for whatever scene I want to put it in. It's very cool. And let's see what else. Okay, we got this one here. This one's been completely painted. A lot of the color on there will glow in black light as well. And now the rest of it, with the exception of the bottom, of course, has all been done over with the chrome pen. Now I'm going to set him aside because I'll get to that in a minute. Let's see. One store we took my grandson to had these little baby devils. Well, they had, there was a bunch of different kind of characters, I should say, and he was just like one in there. And I saw him. I'm like, oh, he's cute. I'm going to get this guy. He's kind of, wiggly wobbly. I bought this, and I bought some, what was it? Some kind of chocolate sticks for my grandson. I'm not sure. My wife just grabbed them, snuck them to me behind her back, so her mom didn't see and said, pay for them. So I paid for them. With the order that drink came with, that I had with Deadpool, also came with these, which are giving me a hard time opening, for one thing. Handcuffs. Now they're supposed to be able to take and use a hook to make them into earrings, but they don't have any. They don't have any kind of earring setting on them, or hook, or whatever you want to call it, on them. They look like handcuffs. And I forgot how many came in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get to you in a minute. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. 10 of them came in the package. And out of 10 of them, one set was busted. But that's fine, because I've got all these where they're good and can have figures handcuffed. This is where whoever it's going to be on is breaking them off. And with G.I. Joe Classified and Marvel Legends, both the figures' hands being removable will make putting these on, so much easier. So much easier not having to worry about bend or break them or whatnot. Now she also got me this sticker set. It's got all the small warning, danger, radiation, corrosive, toxic, biohazard, explosive, electrical shock, flammable, and danger. And I've got 6 rows of these, and then up top I have one of each one in a bigger sticker. Gonna go good around Mindbender's lab and the other science areas of the Cobra base. Gonna go very good indeed. Give me a second to put these handcuffs back in the bag. Anyone who has cats, and that counts for a very big amount of my viewers. You know that kitty sees something shiny, kitty want, kitty get, kitty play with, and you probably won't see it again. So in the bags they go. Another little bit, I have started on the chrome painting for the Battle Armor Cobra Commander. Now, I have not gotten very far on it, to be honest. I have his pointing hand done, and both of his fists are done, and that is as far as I go with the hands having those done. I still have to do both hands with the trigger fingers. And I'm sure I know what you're thinking. All right, Danny, that's pretty cool. But how about showing us a little something more substantial than just a couple of hands? Well, I can't show you major substantial because I haven't started on the body yet. But how's this for starters, guys? Here's his backpack. Try to get it from all angles. I painted every spot on it except for the black spots and the peg that goes in the back. And that includes the back here, because you're going to be seeing, like, especially these things, you're going to be seeing those poking out from behind his back, and you're going to see some of this as well. So this is safe to handle, because I think I did this like 5 days ago, although I do see a spot or two that I am going to have to touch up. But yeah, it's slow going. It's a slow process. Next thing to do is the other 2 sets of hands, and I'm not sure if I want to start on the body or the heads first. I'm kind of at a toss-up, because when I do drawings, usually the face of a person is the very last thing that I do. So I can concentrate all my energy on everything else, and when it comes to the face, just the face, because faces are crucial to me in my artwork. But we'll see. I think what I might do is do one of the heads, because anyone who owns these know this tube, while it is only connected here and up here, it's loose there, but it doesn't give for a lot of space between it and the mask itself. In other words, I don't want to get silver paint all over this tube. I tried putting a little bit of tape over it, but the tape held kind of funky. So I'll figure something out. But yeah, I might just do a practice run with one of the heads, and, figure out my technique on how I'm going to do it. But yeah, folks, that's where I am with that. Sorry there's not more. Not only for your sake, but for my own. I am so looking forward to seeing what he's going to look like all chromed up. Now, keep this little guy out, because I've been talking about this for a couple of weeks now, probably longer because I've been working on it for so long, is a particular set of pieces for part of Mindbender's lab. Now, I'll do a little step by step. Here is the base, and this is keeping with my theory of collector, creator on a budget. You know, I do my collecting in fits and spurts, or in finding stuff marked down. And when I can, stuff for free, such as this here. I know I've described these things before in some of my other videos, but for those of you who have not seen any of my others, if this is your first visit to the toy box, well then welcome. Oh, and before I go any further, I just want to say thank you to all of my new subscribers. Really appreciate you guys. Really appreciate the time you take to watch the videos and the shorts and the posts, and like, heart, and comment on them. I really appreciate that, you guys. It's really a great community, and I'm grateful to be a part of it and to be able to contribute in some way to the community. But I digress. This thing here is just a spool for wire from my work. And again, for those who don't know, I work as a machinist. Like it says in my profile, I'm a machinist by trade, but an artist by nature. And when I finished up with the wire, I was going to go throw it away. And then I looked at it and I'm like, light bulb. So, one part of it, another part. Now the next part is this guy here. I'm sure a lot of you that have been visited the toy box and are subscribers and fans and all that will recognize this as well. I got this guy from Reliving the Past Again on eBay. As you can see, it lights up. Doesn't show up that well here. Turn that, there you go. Now you can see a little bit better. Turn it back off again. No, it's off. Uh-oh, it's acting kind of funky. And I just put a new battery in it. Well, here, I'll kind of do a close-up. There's something in there, but the shape that it is, you cannot tell what it is. And even when I put the brighter light on it, you can't tell what it is. And he made it that way on purpose, which is perfect for our Dr. Mindbender scene. Matter of fact, where is the good doctor? Oh, hold on, folks. Let me introduce another player to this video. And that would be the good doctor. Again, this. And it's gonna... Did I want that side or... Nope. Wrong side. Sorry, folks. That's gonna go right there. Might as well turn the light off for now. And then this guy is going to go, even it up, going to go right there. And now this piece I also got from Reliving the Past Again, but it was a scrap piece. This is, I'm not sure if it's the top or the bottom part. He's got this thing that he sells, that it's a power converter, where there's one like this on top, another one on the bottom, and these tubes coming through and they light up. Well, he offers discounts on his scrap pieces, and I saw this. I'm like, I don't know what I'll use it for, but I'll get it anyway. Now, this was several years ago I got that, and I'll let you get a good close look. It's a sticker I got from a sticker set. I believe it was Reliving the Past Again. I'm not 100% certain. And these I got to paint yet too. Now, the idea that I had, what's really spawned this, oops, I just smacked the camera, are these holes on top of this. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I had hoses attached from that to the ceiling of the scene? But that would be a little too dull. And then I saw this guy, and as you can see inside, it had 5 holes. And I have multiples of these red, yellow, and white cords for Blu-ray or DVD players and Blu-rays and whatnot, what have you. So I took and grabbed some of them, Gorilla glued them in place, and kind of set it up where it's going to go to the extent that I could measure how long the tube should be. And then it was clearing out some space. And this is going to go, it was originally going to go in one of the side shelves where the lab is, but I decided to put it in the lab itself. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that. First off, we got to set him aside for a minute. Bring this guy down. Grab some sticky tack. Now you don't want a lot. You just, a little tiny bit. That's actually probably too much. Let's see here. And basically what you're going to do is that should work. Just shove putty in those holes. Like I said, not a lot, just a little bit. Just enough to kind of cover the surface inside there. And yes, he does still sell these. I do know that for certain. I was on his site just a couple days ago, and at that time, he did still sell these. These are a pretty popular item. Get what you're doing back on camera there, bub. All right, 2 more. This one here. A little too much, maybe. And 1 more for the top. Now, quick pause, folks, while I move all this into the toy box and up by its scene. Just a moment. And here we go. Now, for those of you that have never seen this before, this is Dr. Mindbender's lab, and for those of you that have seen it, you can tell I've made quite a few changes. I took the box that was in the center out because I have something else I want to do with this, with the medical bed. And so I emptied out space right here to put our project, at least for now. But let's give a little look-see as to what these guys are working on. See what she's got under that microscope. And what he's got going in there. You got a televiper at the computer terminal talking to the commander. That's courtesy of Reliving the Past Again, as is this medical bed. And normally there's stuff in here. There's canisters with face huggers in here. But the tops and bottom of the canisters are going to get the chrome treatment. This is from Stuff SI on eBay. I have another one of these that's in the process of being painted. And this computer box over here, let me move him out of the way so you can see it better. There you go. Got that from Reliving the Past Again. I have a new one sometime next week, I think. And I'll do a video on that so you can see the before and after for that. But for the time being, I can get this damn thing to sit still. All right, there. stupid shelf put away. Sorry, guys. You know, more Danny's expert camera work. All right. We got the good doctor in here to supervise. And like I said, this isn't going to be permanent. But I have been wanting to take and do a video for you guys for quite some time. And wanted to have some decent content to share. So I thought I'd show you one of my new bits of the lab that I came up with. And you know, I actually considered crazy gluing those tubes in up at the top here. And logic told me don't do it, because what if you want to change the scene and you need longer, that's not right, you'll need longer tubes, which is a pretty fair argument. So I leave it so that it can be changed if need be. All right. You know what? Let's do this like this. And like I said, I'm not 100% sure how this is going to work out, or if it's going to work out. But you guys will find out as I do. I'll probably have to secure it a little bit better with the putty. Yeah, because this ain't going to quite... let's see what we can do with it from up here. Just some more sticky tack on this, the top piece to hold it up. And it's not working. Technical difficulties, folks. One moment, please. It's a simple matter of pulling the putty up, twisting it, and reshaping it a little bit. And then just trying again. All right, here we go. Let's try this a second time. All right, don't we go. We just have to straighten out these tubes that touch too. Although, you know what it's looking like? It's looking like I may have cut these tubes a little short. Or maybe not. Almost done. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. I would really appreciate it if you did not fall. At least long enough for me to finish this video. There, give it a nice good shove. Yeah, these back ones are a little bit short. But, there we go. Give you a little bit of a far away view, and I have the damn thing turned. So there you go. My new science experiment with its keyboards. It's not straight, and like I said, this isn't a permanent setup, but it's a damn good start. I may just have to raise that up just a little bit so that it'll meet the hoses a little better. But yeah, pretty good start. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's been a while since I've stopped in the toy box myself to say hi. Haven't really done a whole lot in here, but I did find a perfect size cardboard. I'll have to trim it up a little bit, but lengthwise, it's perfect size to take and put behind my my tower or fire escape shelves. Sorry, folks, it's getting a little bit late, so I'm forgetting how to speak. Oh, and I do have one other thing to share. One moment, please. The city scene has returned. What I ended up doing is taking that shelf and just putting it on top of the big shelf that Wolverine versus Brood scene used to sit on. So here, let me give you a little close in. Oop, there's bump the handle. And still got those two poor idiots picking up the gold the one guy spilled. And one trooper by the garbage pile. Trooper by the stoplight. And then over here. And this is something I forgot I had. I found it and I didn't think I'd find a use for it, but once I take up my mountain scene over here, I can add this shelf into a extended city scene as soon as I make some new buildings. And eventually I do want to have my other fire escape shelves up here. But I got to take these pictures down and put something else up there because I'm not going to put holes through them. And our Cobra Ops are biffed. Well, that's what I got for tonight, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know comments, questions, blah, 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 blah. Even if it's just blah, 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 blah. Well, folks, again, I really appreciate the time you take, not only to stop and watch my videos, but to give it a like and making the comments on it. I love talking to people, so I'm always happy to take and respond to any questions or comments. I've got my buddies on here that I'm always talking to, and I'm grateful for you. But I'm also always happy and grateful to make new friends. And I've made several over the past couple of weeks, seeing how my channel's getting bigger and bigger, and I appreciate it from each and every one of you guys. I really do. You're the best. YouTube community, at least the part of the community that I am a part of, is filled up with a lot of great folks. And I'm glad to be here and able to contribute. Whether it's, oh, hey, that's a cool scene, or, hey, how'd you do that? Get inspired and want to know how to do that. Or it gives you an idea of something to do. Either way, if I've been able to contribute in any way, I'm grateful to have been able to do it and happy to do it. Okay, well, before my diarrhea of the mouth gets any worse, I'm going to call it a night, folks. Yeah, let me know what you think. Hope everybody had a great Saturday. Ours was pretty good. Babysat our grandson for a little while, and then took him and his folks out to dinner at Ballesteri's. Anybody in the Milwaukee area, you'll know that name. Great food. Very great food. All right, folks, that's it from me for now. Hopefully I'll have something for you besides seasickness. Hopefully I'll have something for you tomorrow. If not, I'll talk to you soon. Remember, everybody, stay creative and stay kind. All right, take care. See you later.